She is the one who defines herself as disciplined, empathetic, and creative. र उहाँले भन्नुभयो कि उहाँलाई यदि मान्छेले नभेटिकन सिधै गेस गर्यो भने चाहिँ मोस्ट अफ पिपल थिङ्क सी इज द बोय रे के बुझ्नुभयो नि अनि सी अल्सो हेज दिस बिगेस्ट फ्यान्टेसी टु बिल्ड अ नेपाली आर्किटेक्चर बिल्डिङ आउट अफ बुक्स सो सी इज अ very hardcore book lover. So with that note, she is none other than Priyam Bhattarai, ladies and gentlemen, and her topic is, what does the future look like? So let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Before beginning, I would like to ask you all a question. How many of you have a coin in your pocket today? I see 2 hands, okay. So let's get back to the past. Imagine you are in an ancient civilization and you need some grains. Now you go to your neighbor's place with your chicken because you need to trade off. But the question is, who wants a chicken and who has the exact amount of grain that you need? Double trouble, right? Now, fast forward to the year 2000 and onward, you want those lacto chocolates and those orange balls and you rush to the store nearby. And this 2 rupee coin will get you a handful. Such a lovely transaction, isn't it? Now, to the present, the year 2023. What do we do when we have to make a purchase or payments? We whip out a phone, scan the QR, insert some numbers, and voila, your payments have been made. So what is this? Welcome to the world of invisible money. The invisible money where we make payments through our phones and various kinds of apps. So we have seen that we come from a barter system to the notes and the money, and now in the magical era of invisible money. I do not mean it invisible because I do not have money at all, although that would make sense. But talking about the invisible money and how it is helpful in the context of Nepal and what does the future for all of us look like. So let me give you an example. You deposit rupees 10,000 in the bank and then the bank lends you some money. Bank lends the money to some other people and they use the money, make use of that, and they again deposit their money. Those money will be turned into the electronic form, and that's how the economy is functioning, and that's how we're performing with our phone and mobiles, right? So what next? According to the financial report of 2023, it shows that mobile payments and these kinds of online payments have increased the GDP from 1.47 in 2019 to 10.97 in 2021, which shows a deeply made impact of these transactions. Now, a month ago, my dad came to me and asked me for a little help through online transactions. He had no idea about technology. And then I taught him. A few days later, he surprises me with a new book with a grin in his face, saying I made my first payment. Oh my God, the sight was lovely. On an informative note, what I learned through that, despite the gap there is between the people who have these concepts and who are more technologically inclined, I understood that people are open to education as long as the process of being educated is understanding, kind, and considerate. So what I mean by this was my story, right? There are multiple other stories in the local vendors, hospitals, and other industries where platforms like Khalti, e-Seva, PhonePe, bank payments have helped a lot. But how do we bridge the gap between the people who have access to these and who do not? Number one, government puts in their effort. They invest in the infrastructure because these type of platforms are heavily dependent, and they provide financial and technical literacy. Number two, we can contribute ourselves, like the way I did with my dad. We can embrace digital ways ourselves and teach other people. Number three, what can we do? Businesses can innovate better, and they can make, like we all together can become a team of people progressing toward future. Now, as we talk about future, I want to ask, so when we picture a future with digital payment, what do you see? Is it the seamless biometric tools that we're using? Or is it the virtual shopping and purchases? What if our devices purchase themselves considering our behaviors? So this is a question for all of you, my esteemed judges, the audience, and everyone present here. What does tomorrow hold for us? What does the next evolution look like? What does the future look like for all of us? Thank you.
Thank you, Priyam, for that lovely, lovely speech. Now, let's move on to our question and answer round. So, to our judges, is there any question for our Priyam?
I'm not sure what questions we're supposed to be asking on the content, on what, but I will take my pick. How does it feel to be the first speaker? Did you choose it?
Actually, we had a process where they got us the chits, and then we had to pick it. And when I saw number one, I was actually very happy and relieved because you get to start in the front. What's the better position than that? So I was absolutely delighted and looking forward for this opportunity to be here in front of all of you.
Thank you very much and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
SHARDA Production Private Limited, digitalizing and visualizing brand since 2013.